All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division, otherwise known as the Kingdom of Gervonta Tank Davis. And you have more drama going on in out there in the Twitterverse and the YouTube verse about Gervonta Davis and what Gervonta Davis's status really is in boxing. Floyd Mayweather Jr. CEO Leonard Ellerbe, one of the most knowledgeable people in boxing, had something to say about something that came out comparing Gervonta Davis and Teofimo Lopez. And I think this is really relevant because of what we're hearing, all this other stuff we're hearing around Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin and all of this other stuff going on, because people are all so steady to call everybody and their mother a duck for fights not taking place, but yet blast on Gervonta Davis for the fights that he's actually making. Now, let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division. A weight division that one of my favorite subscribers, one of my favorite guys to talk boxing with, Fahim Sator, very affectionately calls the VAGINA weight class. Because there's so many people out there talking about fighting everybody, but these guys in large part are not fighting each other. And Gervonta Davis is usually the one who, from the fans of all the other fighters that ain't fight nobody, they got a problem with everything the man has done, every fight that the man has had. And Floyd Mayweather, CEO of Floyd Mayweather Jr., Leonard Ellerbe, addressed it in hilarious fashion. However, I think it is important to go through because of the other discussions taking place about the 135-pound division, including Frank Martin and Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and Teofimo Lopez. So before I get into that, though, thank you guys so much for watching the channel again. If you are a longtime supporter of the channel, you know what it is. Thank you. Appreciate you keeping me going, because you know these cats out here be trying to shut me down. Never succeeding because of your support. Thank you guys so much. Also, to everybody that is new to the channel, look, man, this is a really good place to talk boxing. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think, really what I think, and so we can have really good discussions about it in the comments section. And over time, you will enjoy it, whether or not you agree with me or you do not agree with me. You're gonna enjoy it. May make your blood boil sometimes, but it is what it is, man. Got to call it like you see it, man. Got to shoot it straight. So thank you. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks of videos like this. It's a great way to sponsor and keep these lights on right here. Because it ain't going to happen without you. So thank you to Matty O. Thanks to my guy, Mr. Pragmatic. Thank you to Barbara D. Thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks. But let's get into this. So there's this guy that gave an interview. His last name is McCoy. I do believe he is a famous football player and a famous commentator on football, but has got to be one of the more hilarious boxing analysts that there are out there. And I don't know very much about football, but if his football commentary is anything like his boxing commentary, man, I know there's a lot of people out there tripping on him. Anyway, so he is on an interview, McCoy. I'm pretty sure it's McCoy. I don't go out of my way to remember these guys' names because I'm not trying to throw people's names around that are famous other than boxers to generate conversations around them. You'll know who I'm talking about. He says to Sean Porter that he believed that of everybody between 135 and 140, that Teofimo Lopez was the most well-rounded of all the fighters. And to that, Leonard Ellerbe laughed and pretty much said by emojis. As far as football goes, he did the little hand emojis, which I think that is praise. Praise you for your football knowledge, your boxing knowledge, man, if you do not go away. Because that is absolutely ridiculous to say that he is the most well-rounded fighter in the 135 and 140 pound division. Now don't get me wrong. Teofimo Lopez is an excellent fighter. He's an excellent fighter. But what does well-rounded mean? There are 4 scoring criteria in boxing, which I seem to be the only person other than Scrapbook Boxing that actually talks about the scoring criteria of boxing when they say things. Defense, ring generalship, effective aggression, and clean and effective punching. Teofimo Lopez is very solid in clean and effective punching. He is effective and effective. He's very, very good in effective aggression. Ring generalship, mid-range ring generalship, and mid-range to high defense. That's how I would rank him all around in the 4 scoring criteria of boxing. If you look at Shakur Stevenson, though, Shakur Stevenson ranks higher in 3 of the 4 than him, in my opinion. He more effective aggression, more effective defense, and more effective ring generalship. The only thing that I think that that Teofimo Lopez will probably have over Shakur Stevenson is clean and effective punching. And I'm talking about clean and effective punching in his punching power. Gervonta Davis is better, in my opinion, in all 4. Ring generalship, defense, clean and effective of punching, and effective aggression. I think he's better than Teofimo Lopez in all 4 of those areas. Devin Haney is better than him in I would say all around about even. Better in ring generalship, better in defense. But the difference is, but the difference between clean and effective punching and effective aggression, right, is equal to what clean and effective punching, to the advantages that Terrence Crawford, that Devin Haney has in, let me say this again, that the advantages that Teofimo Lopez has in clean and effective punching and effective aggression over Devin Haney is offset by the advantages that Devin Haney has in defense and ring generalship. I would say that is about a wash between those two as far as how well-rounded they are. But I don't think either one of them is as well-rounded as Gervonta Davis or as well-rounded as Shakur Stevenson. But to say that he's clearly the most well-rounded, I think is ridiculous. Now, the conversation then under my Twitter feed then goes into a long discussion about who fought who. As if who fought who really shows you how well-rounded a fighter they are. That is a lot about politics and what network you fight on and who's willing to take what money. That's a lot of that stuff comes into play when you look at that. Now, so when people started saying, well, it's all of this accolades that he has over Gervonta Davis, Teofimo Lopez. First of all, I thought to myself, you mean the accolade of getting whooped by George Kambosos? That accolade? Or the accolade of barely eking out a fight with Lomachenko? That accolade? But yeah, he got a bunch of belts at 135 and he beat Josh Taylor at 140. That somehow for people just makes everything go away that Gervonta Davis has done. And then we get back into this who's fought who stuff. And for me, I'm still perplexed at the notion that these people have fought better competition than Gervonta Davis. Only thing that I can hear is where you say that the WBA regular is not a real world title. Even though it is very much so is one, and it comes along with mandatories, but whatever the case is. If you look at who he fought, Gervonta Davis fought more good fighters than those guys had. You may say that Teofimo Lopez fought Josh Taylor and he fought Lomachenko, so that's two good fighters. But Gervonta Davis beat as a 50-50 fight. It wasn't even a 50-50 fight when he beat Jose Pedraza. Jose Pedraza was the underdog to Jose Pedraza, and he beat Jose Pedraza. He beat Leo Santa Cruz. He beat Mario Barrios, who's now going to be fighting an interim title. I mean, he's fighting for a title eliminator at 147 pounds. Who's a very big dude and a very, very good fighter. And he beat Ryan Garcia, who was somebody that they listed as one of the best lightweights coming up until he fought him. But anyway, the whole thing is hilarious, man. And like I said, I agree 100% with Leonard Ellerby and his take. But anyway, you let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.